Hey, how's it going? I'm Hyru Art, and today I'm going to show you guys the process that I take to make some of my digital art. Today I will be going over Jinx from League of Legends. So before I start, just want to say a few things. Number one, I've never played League of Legends, but I saw Jinx and I was like, this character looks pretty interesting. I mean, I liked her color scheme, I like her facial expressions and everything like that. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's give it a shot. Um, so that's why I went and decided to draw her today. Also, I probably should have mentioned this from the beginning, but this was drawn on my LG phone using the Sketchbook Pro app. Anyway, let's get into the picture. Okay, so first off at the beginning, I always do like this quick sketch. I think it's quick, but I always do this sketch underneath that is basically just like a bare bones sketch. I don't know. It's just pretty much getting everything laid out. Nothing, not really going for that much of detail. Just placing everything where it is, and then I always drop the opacity on that layer and open up a new layer and just go ahead and start mapping in the the details a little bit more, or refining the shape a little bit more. Not really going for details quite yet either. um, Always like to do, like, make sure that the anatomy is on the up and up whenever I'm doing these videos, because my thing is this: if you have great colors and everything for the video, like not video, for the picture and everything, um, that it really doesn't make me much if the anatomy is off. It just, if the anatomy looks funny, then the whole picture looks funny. That's just in my opinion. But anyway, so after I do the anatomy, I do the body and everything. I normally come back over it and put the clothes in, and then always go for the hair. Maybe last. I think the hair might be the last thing that I do, and I don't know why, but every time I draw, I always draw the face first, of course, then the rest of the body, but then always come back last after I've done the clothing and everything like that, and do the hair. And the hair is actually not, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I used to struggle with hair a lot back whenever I first started, but now, I mean, I guess, I don't know. I actually like drawing hair now. I mean, it's pretty cool. So anyway, after I get done doing the basics, drawing in and make sure everything's in place, I open up a new layer underneath the drawing layer, but it's still over top of the that other layer that we dropped the opacity on. But we make a pretty much just a paint layer, and we just paint in all the base colors. I'm not not to paint over the lines quite yet, because you still want to know where what is where everything is at. So basically, I paint in the skin tone, just a flat color. Paint in the flat color everywhere, pretty much. The flat color for the skin tone, flat color for the hair, flat color for the clothing. Then once we do that, we normally just move from there. But it really doesn't matter whenever you're doing this. It really doesn't matter about accuracy or anything like that, because 9 times out of 10 you're just going to paint over it anyway. That's why it really don't matter about painting directly in lines. But from there, I just try to do it that way. And if you got that base layer, I mean, you got where you got that base layer with the base color and everything, you can easily just go open up a new layer over top of that one and just start to fill in detail. I mean, that's the way I do it. I know a lot of people some people just use just one layer. Some of the YouTube artists that I've seen, and even the some Instagram artists that I've spoken to, they just use one layer. I'm like, wow, man, that is amazing. To use one layer to paint everything, that's amazing. But this is the way I do it. I don't know. I think I'll probably end up using altogether somewhere around, I don't know, 6, 7 layers. But that's just me. Yeah. So anyway, this part, I'm just doing the hair and everything. The hair, not that bad, not that hard. Just I always like to do the like the twin tail things. It's actually pretty cool. I've actually designed a few characters for book that I've been working on, and one of my main characters, her name is Aish, and she does have the twin tails. But on this one, yeah, we're trying to work on the facial expression a little bit more. Trying to start to get the colors and everything. See, at this point, we've already opened up another layer to paint over top. To start getting details and stuff like that. So, it's just a matter of trying to get everything looking good. So here, I do shadows for this. All right, so basically, why I start off with the base layer being so, for the skin tone anyway, for being like that dark, I mean, is because basically you can build from there. You always want to start off with your darker tone and then build, to your lighter tones from there. At least that's the way I do it. So whenever I normally start a picture and I'm doing faces and everything like that, when I start painting and everything, I normally start off with the shadows and everything. So I normally use, especially for skin tone, in this picture especially, I use like a very dark but desaturated purple. Well, not too dark, but kind of like a purplish gray because it's like desaturated and everything. And you just map out the shadows for that. Same thing with the hair. I normally, for this one, I went and used just the darker purple or whatever. I mean, not purple, but darker blue, and just it's not so desaturated. We actually did add. I did actually add, get some saturation in there, but after that, we just come in and map in the highlights, which is, it helps start bringing the picture to life. Once you start bringing these highlights in and everything like this, and this is all still on that one layer that's above the base layer. So you don't open up I don't open up a new layer just for the shadows and the highlights separately. I try to keep them all on the same layer and everything like that. And so basically at this point right here, only thing I'm doing is just blocking in where the shadows are, where the highlights are. Not really worried about blending or anything like that right now. We're just mapping stuff in, and we try to keep things looking nice that way. So the next thing that we're doing is we opened up a color dodge layer, and on this color dodge layer, we're actually coming in, and what I'm doing is refining the highlights, making them pop just a tad bit more. It's really building the skin tone and everything. And so I always like I've really gotten to the whole color dodge thing from watching videos of and even reading in some magazines about what's his name? Man, what's the guy's name? Anyway, he's a YouTuber. He does the Jetty Jet Show. This guy, basically the color dodge king, man. I mean, this guy is amazing. I love his stuff. I love watching his process, and I still have not figured out how to do the color dodge correctly like he does, but I'm learning. I'm still learning. So anyway, in this part right here, I start to try to blend the everything in. So my thing with the blend, I don't have a blend tool because, like I said, I'm working on a phone, and we really don't have a really good blend tool. I do have a blur or smudge tool. That's what it is. It's a smudge, blur, whatever. So originally when I first started using that, it was a very overpowering type thing. It would really mess up what I just did, and it just, we still, I don't know. kind of make me mad sometimes. But what I realized is I had to really tweak this brush, uh, really tweak this brush in order to get it to work the way I wanted it to work. And then from there, I went back and started just smudging it. You just smudge the edges, just smudge the edges of the highlights or the edges of the shadow. I'm trying to smudge the entire thing that you put down, because you try to smudge the entire thing get down, it starts to get a little muddy looking, and I don't know. For some reason it looks that way, and I don't know. So anyway, this video is coming to an end. This is not the exact end of the drawing. I actually finished the drawing maybe a day later, and it looks really good. I'll probably post the thumbnail up of it or something like that. I don't know. But thanks for watching, guys, and continue, subscribe, like, whatever, do all that good stuff. Oh yeah, and on this part here, I'm still coming back and doing a little bit more color dodging and to reaffirm the highlights. And what you've seen with the color adjustment before, that was, dang it, color balancing for the layer, because I merged down all the layers and decided to do a color balance, trying to bring certain colors out and everything like that. But anyway, thanks for watching. See you guys on the next video. I don't know what I'm gonna do next video, but I'll figure it out. All right, thanks, guys. Hey, how's it going?